Hello. 안녕하세요. 비자 인 코리아 장행닷컴 행정사 사무소의 장만익 행정사입니다. 아, 방송을 라이브로 페이스북으로 처음 하다 보니 조금 늦었습니다. 네, 아마 원래 시작했던 것보다는 조금 늦은 부분 양해 좀 부탁드리겠습니다. Hello, this is Mr. Zhang from Visa in Korea. I tried to start exactly 10 p.m. but a little bit late because of some of the technical problems. So I'm really sorry for that. Okay, anyway, and from today, and we just open and the Friday night immigration Q&A show and from the Facebook page. So if you have any questions about immigration and visa related issues, if you really want to ask me, you can leave your the comment or questions on my channel, right? And that I will just give your the correct answer the while on the like a live show. So please kindly leave your message and I will do that. So can you hear me? Right? Can you hear me? Okay. Um, I'm really this is this is the first time I try to do that, and so I'm not sure that is clear or is a more convenient the ways to do that. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. And need more faster something like this. So just need to some advice. Uh, Try to change a little bit. Okay. So could you, if you have any the questions that related to uh, you know the visa and immigration issues, if you want to ask me, and please leave your message and I will and get back to you based on your questions. Okay, good. So what about my broadcasting right now? Is no problem to see or some hear about my voice? So could you comment me, and it'll be more better to make it more uh, effective and the show for us. So if there is anything the wrong for my broadcasting, and just let me know that. So can you hear me? Right? Can you hear me? Could you write down there as you can hear my voice clearly or not? Okay, leave your message and while on the live show. So uh, can you hear me exactly? So please check on that. Okay. So right now the few and the persons that joined the Facebook page right now. So could you leave your questions and okay. Saif, the Laman. Okay, really appreciate that. All is okay. Really great. So I start the answers what you ask me, and I will give you very detailed information on that. Okay, we'll start right away. Okay, PK, the powder. 안녕하세요. 안녕하십니까? Yes. So 만약에 한국어로 질문을 하시면 제가 한국어로 답변을 좀 드리고요. 영어로 질문을 주시면 제가 영어로 답변을 드리겠습니다. If you ask in Korean about immigration and visa issues, I will get your answer in Korean. And likewise, and also if you it is a easier way to use English, and you can leave the questions in English. I will get back to you in English. Okay. So okay, Santoshi Barakoti. Yeah, hello. Okay. Hello, travelers and tours. What is that exactly? I don't know, but okay. Anyway, Saif Ur Laman Khan. Hello, sir. Is there any the change in law about D22E7? but actually, there is a the right now is a D2 and the international student, right? To change E7, usually it is required for the GNI 80%, GNI 80% of your annual income, and try to meet your uh, there are 86 jobs in E7 field and E7 1, 2, 3, 4. So E7 1 is a professional job, such as like IT specialist or the chemist or the that kind of a specialist. So the basically need 5 Koreans over you know 3 months to the work at a company, and if you got a DT2 the bachelor's degree, if you have this degree, and but you can find the company based on like a 67 professional jobs, right? So even if you were bachelor degrees majors and you were the E7 and the job fields are different. But if your company really wants you and there were necessity hire you, and if you can prove it, you can try to apply for that. So there is nothing that changed for the D2 to E7 so far. Okay, and Tamang Kumar about E7 for visa. What mean that a real paper? What is the real paper? But actually, E74, you know that it start from the next month for the quarter 2. I already posted on this one. So if your points are more than 52 or higher, you try to apply for that. But unfortunately, as you know, like a quarter 1, the line score was 70 points. So, but I'm not sure that they will choose 250% per each and a quarter. But I'm not sure for their and the cut line score. So, and the document that I posted on my YouTube channel, Visa in Korea 1, and I just explained. And so you may visit to the YouTube, the channel Visa in Korea 1, and there is some of the document list about the E74 visa and applicant. Okay, so Habibur the Lahaman, how to visa change from E9 to F2. There is no any the visa for the F2 from E9. Like a 2018, as far as I remember that, there is a F26 visa from the E9, but there is no more E9 to F2 visa right now. So, but I've heard that some persons, oh, E9 visa holders can change F2, but it is not available since 2018. So, only available and the visa the change from E9 is only E74. You know that. This is the only way. There is no E9 to F2 as far as I know. Okay, and Saif or Lahman Khan, no problem. Okay, thank you. Really appreciate that. Can and also Vista the Chandra, can E7 holder change the company? But which kind of E7, right? E7 1, 2, 3, 4, they can change companies, right? If there is a very specific ways. E7 1, there are 2 ways, right? E7 1. If you get E7, but you are the working and the period remains. In this case, you just quit your job and move to another company. In this case, you need to get a religion letter. Religion letter means 이적동의서, right? It means your company allows you to change the company, right? And or if the contract is finished, and after that you can move another company after finding a after the working contract like this. E74 that I posted it today, but usually E74 visa holders cannot change the workplace instead of the current company, right? But there are the big and four the regions that you can the change companies, right? E74 visa holders, okay? The first one, if your working contract is finished, right? For example, and your contract is finished the May 30. In this case, after May 30, you can change companies. In this case, usually to secure your situation, mostly in the change E74 to D101 job seeking visa. So for 3 months, and while you are holding D101 and a job seeking visa, and you can find the company and try to apply for the E74 one more time. And the second reason is if you were, even if the working period remains right now, in this case that if you're a company owner and allows you to change companies and the same as right the previously explained, and if your company owner and give you allowance to the change company using religion letter. Religion letter means the 이적 동의자 means that you can change companies. In this case, you can quit your job and to make the secure your situation, and it'll be better to the change D10 job seeking, and you can and find the company and within 3 month period for the E7 the forward to D101 and the D101 usually, and a 3 month period is given for E7 for visa holders, and after that you can change it. The third one is if there is a your company cannot pay your monthly payment, or if there was some of the like harassment about you while you're working at the company. In this case, if you get evidence and some police report and that kind of stuff, and or if you didn't get your payment from your company and you just reported your unpayment from your company for your monthly wage to the local employment center, and if you got some of the paper and you can submit it, use it. So at the time you can change and the company. Okay, I think it's very clear to answer that. And also you may check Vashta and Chandra, you can check today's my posting about E74 and the workplace change and some regions. You know that, right? Good. Saif Laman Khan. Okay, thank you for the answer. Everything is perfectly good. Okay. Through Hall Renee. Hello, everyone. Yes, hi. And Saif or Rahman Khan, please give some details about D2 to any permanent visa easily. But actually, the Mr. Khan, there are several steps to change and the F5 permanent residency. So, the Rahman Khan, could you kindly explain about which kind of the D2? D21 is college, the D22 is the bachelor's course, D23 master's, D24 is and a PhD degree and the course, and D27 is a very the government scholarship student. So it is depends on the situation, but mostly if you want to change to F5 and from D2, you have to follow some kind of some process. The first one, you need to find a job and change E7. Okay, if you got a master's and then find the company and change F7. So if you got a E7, you need to wait for 5 years to change F5. Or if you got an F3, and you need to wait for 3 years to change F5. So more requirement is basically the period I just explained already, except for the master's degree holder and a PhD degree holder, and like usually the university degree holder in Korea, and you need like a GNI double income and the KIP stage 5 completion. this is a mandatory. And so if you're the spouse can work and you can combine each other's and in the yearly income, and you can use the GNI double how to meet it, right? You can gathering, uh, you can combine each other's you and your the wife is right and the yearly income. Okay, so there is a more detailed information for that. This is the main point I just explained you, and there are the more detailed information about the each type to change this visa, the process on my YouTube channel and YouTube channel at the Visa in Korea 1 in YouTube channel Visa in Korea 1. You can use that one. But anyway, there is some of the ways D2 or D10 and E7, F27 and F5. This is a basic rule and basic requirement. And for the F5 is are required for the 5 years from E7 or 3 years from F27, and the GNI double income is around 81 million won for previous year's income, and the KIP stage 5 completion. Yeah, okay. I just explained very, very clearly. Okay. Okay, Jiwan Babu, hello, hello. If you have any questions, just leave your message to me. Okay, 근로계약 기간이 만료된 경우 about E74, please tell me detail. Okay. If the limbo, the 선일 conduct와 the limbo, okay, if your the working period, the period is expired, for example, and the immigration officers gave you around 4 weeks more than your original working contract. So if the contract is finished the May 30, right? In this case, you have to visit the immigration office immediately and to change a D10 one job seeking. After that, if you find a job, you can change E74 with a 52 point or higher. Okay, so if you're the working contract is finished, exactly if you change and the D10, if you want to change like a E74 to D10-1 job seeking, you have to apply for the D10-1 after the working contract is finished, right? But you must know that one more things, and the company may report to the immigration office within 14 days, maybe like a 15 days after your the final working day. So as soon as possible, you need to reserve. You have to make some of the reservation. So you need some of the reservation first. So the reserve, if the visa is the working contract is finished the May 30, so you just reserve the June 1st and visit that and change the D10-1 and find the company within 3 months. After that, you can apply for the E74 with a 52 point or higher, okay, at the same and the working field like manufacturing like this. Okay, good. I just explained very fully. Okay, but I couldn't read your name. But F27에서 F5 변경할 수 있습니까? 네, 가능합니다. F7에서 F5로 변경할 때는 두 가지 방법이 있는데, 첫 번째는 F7 비자 이전에 E7이면 그 합해서 그 기간이 5년이면 F5-1 비자 신청할 수 있고요. 아니면은 F7으로 3년이 있으면 F5-16으로 신청을 할 수 있습니다. 앞에 설명했던 E7, F7 포함해서 5년이 지난 다음에 신청할 수 있는 영주권은 일반 영주권으로 F5-1 비자가 되는 거고요. F7에서 3년 있다가 F5 신청할 때는 F5-16 점수제로 통한 영주권을 신청할 수 있습니다. 둘 경우 다 만약에 한국에서 석사를 나오거나 박사를 나오지 않는 경우에는 GNI 2배 소득 그리고 사회통합 프로그램 5단계 이수가 필수입니다. 네. 그 다음에 칸차구룽 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 그 다음 E9에서 E7 4 비자로 변경하고 싶어요. 어떻게 해야 할까요? 예, 원래 E9에서 E74 비자로 변경할 때는 처음에 기간이 E9으로 재입국 포함해서 5년 이상이면 신청을 해볼 수 있습니다. 그리고 중요한 거는 어, 회사에 한국 사람이 한 명이 있어도 E74 비자를 한 명은 try 해볼 수 있습니다. 중요한 건 점수입니다. 예, 점수가 굉장히 중요한데 어, 지난 1분기 2022년도 1분기의 커트라인이 일반 그러니까 3, 6, 9, 12월 달에 우리가 신청하는 정기 선발에서 1분기 때 커트라인이 70점이었어요. 그렇기 때문에 어, 이제 E9에서 E74로 변경을 하고 싶더라도 정말로 준비를 열심히 해 주셔야 됩니다. 열심히 하지 않으면 커트라인 한 70점은 넘어야 거의 되기 때문에 시간이 조금 걸리는 문제가 있을 거예요. 그래서 우선은 언제 비자가 끝날지는 모르겠어요. 근데 중요한 건 이제 좀 준비를 하셔야 돼요. 준비를 하셔가지고 이제 어, 문제가 없게끔 점수가 높게 될 수 있게끔 한국어라든가 소득이라든가 또 자원봉사라든가 그 다음에 적금을 넣든지 그렇게 해서 점수를 좀 높일 필요가 있습니다. 다시 한번 말씀드리지만 작년에 커트라인이 68점에서 69점이었는데 올해 1분기는 70점으로 높아졌습니다. 그렇기 때문에 70점 이상을 위해서 진짜 1년, 2년을 계획을 잡고 준비를 하셔야 됩니다. 네, 어떤 좋은 결과 있기를 바라겠습니다. 구름. 자, 그리고 예, Thurho Rene. Hello, this is Rene again. My question is this: what are the updates or conditions for G1 visa holders who voluntarily departed from South Korea to his/her country for up to 1 year, but wish to come back to Korea as factory worker? But actually, the factory worker is just for the E9 visa holders. E9, there are 16 countries for the factory worker. So, but I'm not sure it's your country. But if you are not one of the 16 countries, and for the EPS, employment permission system, if your country is not a part of this EPS system country, it is difficult to being here as a factory worker. And also for the G1, you voluntarily departed, right? And after reporting, and first of all, you just visit to the Korean embassy nearby you, and you must check that your current status. It is possible to apply for the visa to Korea or not. So visit to your country's Korean embassy and check your possibility to try to apply for your short-term or other visa types. Okay, good. Oh, Chandra E74. Yes. Okay. And the Shrestha, the Shankar, the Shrestha. I haven't got the D10 visa for the first time, but how about getting second D10? Can you briefly describe about it? Thank you. Okay, but actually, I don't know about your previous visa before the D10. Okay, for example, if you got a D2 and if you change the D10, after when you extend, you have to show that the most important thing is you have to show that what did you do for the past 6 months to find the job. So if you visit for interview or if you just send some of the resume to other companies and print it out, this your seeking and the job activities and submit it. The second one is the most important thing is, and you have to prove that how can you maintain your living life, right? And so the one person and need around 800,000 per month. So if you extend again for 6 months, you have to prove that uh, 4.8 billion won at least, and you have to prove that this is very important, right? So sometimes the immigration officers request for open the transactions of your bank statement. So in this case, the immigration may check your there was any like uh, uh, non-permitted working activities from you. So you must check this one. Okay. So I said it. Make it clear. The first one, you need to prove that what did you do for the past 6 months for the job seeking activities, right? And you have to submit. The second one is you have to prove that, but your the living expenses more than 4.8 million won, like 800,000, and the 6 times of 800,000 won. You have to prove it. But why you were, it means that why you were seeking jobs and how can you live? So you have to prove it this money. Okay, depending on the situation, I said already, immigration may request for your like a 1 year bank statement, and they may check it. Okay, good. Okay, Saif or Laman Khan, the which is the easiest way to change D23 into any permanent except marriage? Okay, D23 is the master. Okay, it depends on. So the first one, there was a D10, F510 after graduation, and the past the 3 years, and after that working more than 1 year as a permanent employment, and Gen I one-time income and KIP stage 5 completion, you can try to apply for that. So I think even though you must have E7 visa or E1 to E7 visa or F2 visa before you change F5, because of the rule is like this. So you have to work if you want to change F5. So F510 for the master degree holder graduate, the 3 years shall be passed from your graduation, and after that you have to work more than 1 year of the working at a company as an permanent employment, and the Gen I one-time income for the previous year. So it takes around more than 3 years after your graduation, right? This is a very you know that, but you must know that, right? There is no easiest and a way to change from any visa to F5. It's the most important thing is you must study KIIP and stage 5 completion at least, and also you have to find the company, have to work, and have to being earn some exactly permanent employment. Okay? Okay. Taman Kumar. I have a E74 visa. My visa and contract finished the same time. Can I change the company? It's quite difficult. It's very, but it's a very the rare case that your working contract finishes and at the same time as your visa, right? But usually immigration and gives you like a few days more than your actual working contract period. So in this case, right, at the time, right, the last day of your working contract, and you just extend it, or if you move to another company, at the day, like if you were the working contract finishes like May 30, and also your visa will be expired May 30. So it's a reserve at the May 30, and you have to change the D10. This is the only way. Okay? 그리고 E6 비자도 있어요. E6 비자는 엔터테인먼트 비자고, 이거는 설명하기 조금 쉽지는 않아요. 굉장히 아티스트를 프루브를 해야 되고요. 그렇기 때문에 E6 비자는 엔터테인먼트 비자예요. 그래서 E6-1은 아티스트고 E6-3는 like athlete인데요. 어떤 건가요? E6 비자는 그 guarantee letter를 받아야 돼요. 또 recommendation letter를 받아야 되기 때문에 어떤 E6인지에 따라 다릅니다. 그 E6에 관련돼서는 제가 유튜브에 Visa in Korea 1에 설명을 해놓은 부분이 있으니까 확인해 보십시오. The Leigh La Paz. Sir, can you explain about this high-tone program is 5 point on requirement and changing E74? Yes. It started from the this year, right? New guideline that shows that if you have a KIP stage 5 completion, usually it gives you just a 20 point. But if you complete and pass your KIP stage 5 point, KIP stage 5, and you just pass the test, and you can get additional 5 points. So if you complete KIP stage 5, and you may get 25 points. Okay, good. I want a C3 visa, so ask it to your Korea embassy in your home country. Okay, C3, we cannot do inside Korea. So you may try to apply for the C3 after June 1st. Okay, after June 1st, and to the Korean embassy in your home country. Okay, Washington, the Chandra, or several times. What are the other visas that E74 visa holders can change? Okay. There are two ways usually, and E74 visa holders change to another one. First one, F299, and from 5 years from E74, and the basic and the requirement is the first one period, the 5 years from E74 to F299. The second one is you have to save at least 15 million won for more than 6 months. And the third, KIP stage 4 completion. And then lastly, your last year's income shall be 18 times our basic income, but usually 34.5 million won. If you do, you can change F299. But F51, if you meet this requirement, is mostly difficult because of the most of the person E74, any other the visa holders are same thing, and they cannot meet GNI double 81 million won for previous year, and KIP stage 5 completion and 5 years from E7. But F51 needs a bachelor's degree, 4-year university degree if you want to change E7 to F51. Can understand? So I just recommend you to that. You change E74 to F299 visa 5 years from E74, and after that F299 to F51 no need a bachelor degree, and but required for the GNI 2 times and the KIP stage 5 completion, and 5 years from E7 and F2 period. So but if you got an F299, and also if your spouse gets F299 visa and she can work, right? Your spouse can work, and you can combine each other to meet GNI double. Okay, so the first one you have to extend E74, and you just try to prepare for the F299 visa first. If your final destination is F5. Okay, Chandra, good. Prakashi Aria, okay, how Nepal people can be invited by the Korea business factor or a restaurant owner? Is there anyway? It is almost difficult, right? The factory, if they invite someone from other countries as a factory or the restaurant owner, in this case, it's very difficult. So there is a C3 visa and checked it, and the Korea embassy in Nepal, and there is a C3 visa, and there is you can meet this requirement, and you can try to apply for that. But mostly the factory, the restaurant, and the owners try to invite you is very difficult without professional job. Okay, good. Hiride the Hassan, will Korean government give any good opportunities for students who finish graduate? I said already, if you got a D21 and associate degree, and D22, bachelor's, D23, master's, D24, and a PhD degree holder. And after that, after you got your the degree, academic degree, please and find the company, try to apply for the E71 visa first. And after that, and if you get a master degree and from Korea and try to prepare for the F510, and then you got a PhD and prepare for the F515. Okay, the rest of things and you can check my YouTube channel. So mostly after you graduate, find the company and change the E7. This is the first time. Okay, good. First the things you can do. Okay, the Lay Lapuz. And when I got on your ISU on level 5 exam, then I will get another 5 point, no ISU. That I said already, you just complete an KIP stage, right? And then you have to pass the test. So if you pass the test and you can check that 이수증 and there is a pass or fail and there is some of the things that immigration may figure out. So after completion about this stage 5 and right now it's 70 hours, right? You have to pass the test. If you cannot pass the test, you cannot get additional 5 points. Is it clear? Good. You must pass the 종합시험 for the KIP stage 5, okay? 지원바후, to get F299 visa from E74, we need to work 5 years. Yes, in E74, right? Yes, right. But what happens if we have 30 days plus vacation out of Korea? Is this possible to apply after 5 years plus 30 days? But actually, my recommendation, while you're 5 years, if you left to Korea and visit your home country, deduct this period. So you just 30 days, just wait 30 days, and after that, try to apply for that. So the important thing is, depends on the officers, and they may deduct a certain and a period of time when you left Korea to visit your home country. So just visit to local and the community center and wish it out your exit and enter your history, right? 출입국 사실 증명, the certificate of the exit and entry, right? And you check that the 5 years, how long have you been in your home country, right? So deduct this period, and after 5 years, after deduction of this one, and try for your safety, right? I said already, depends on officers, they deducted it. Okay, good. Milky Ross, student visa for master degree. Can I family staying master degree? Yeah, you can apply. Family means different. What you're thinking of. The family only accept your minor child and your spouse only. If you do master degree, they let your husband or the spouse and the minor children apply for the F3 from your home country's Korean embassy. Okay? 지원바부, yes, 10 points. But I cannot understand that. Okay. Mokala Yan Ajimova. Good evening. I changed my visa from D10 to E7. Great. And I checked my the tax, but everything is okay. But 1 week ago, I got envelope from the tax center like that. If you had global income in 2021, you should find a tax return. Oh. So what did you think? Should I have to go tax center for the checking my position? Oh, it depends on you, but nobody knows it. You overseas in global income or something. So that one, there are lots of the public, the tax accountant professionals. You must hire them to figure it out, right? I'm not a professional for the income and tax related things. I'm just only the professional for the immigration matters, okay? So Ajimova, if you have that kind of stuff, and there is, I think this is a regular, some of the like envelope for all foreigners, and the tax office just send this one. But anyway, just the contact some of the like a public CPA, the certified public accountant, and ask your current situation and just let them handle it. Okay? Then hire them, professional. Ajimova, one more time. I just already informed you and answered the questions already. Okay. Hello, sir. In case of after finishing my contract, is it possible to change the job plastic factory to textile? Manufacturing the field to manufacturing field is no problem. Okay, this is a E91, right? So manufacturing and a worker is a food manufacturing and a plastic manufacturing and a metal manufacturing. This is all the manufacturing. So field of manufacturing to field of manufacturing is no problem. Okay, good. But the manufacturing to for example, agricultural or like a fishery is not available. Or also the fishery or agriculture to manufacturing is not available. But plastic factory and textile factories manufacturing. Same manufacturing to move the same manufacturing the field of working, no problem. Okay, I like your dress. Oh yeah, thank you, Kiba. Javid, Kiba. Thank you, appreciate that. Right, this is my wife prepared for that. Right, good. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ikuba. Okay, Javid Ikuba. Okay, and also Lapuz. Then 5 point on level 5, then additional. No, I said that if you the complete KIP stage 5, like a E74 visa, right? Good. And if you complete KIP stage 5 and pass the test, you may get 20 points. Extra 5 more points. So totally 25, not 30 points. Okay, good. Sunil, Kandangwa, Limbu, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. G1 Babu, 25 points. Yeah, I cannot remember that your question. 사회통합 program. Yes. If you complete the KIP stage 5 completion, right, it's for the permanent residency, okay? And you pass the test, you may get 25 points. G1 Babu, 25 maximum, okay? Jahid Mahmood, okay? How many points are D10 visa must have so their F3 spouse can extend their visa? Oh, D10, the point is basically 60 points is 60 points are mandatory. Okay, 60 point is mandatory for D10. Okay, good. If you got a D2 and change D10, right? In this case, you need to have a 60 point. You know that 60 points. This is a minimum. Lapuz, the level 5 is not 25 point. Yes, level 5 completion only 20 point maximum, but additionally you may get 5. So maximum is a 25 point if you complete KIP stage 5 and the final test and a pass. Jiwan Babu, yeah, 25 point totally. Good. Sakil Ahmed, hello sir, E74 visa in case of after finishing my contract. Is it possible to change the job plus the factory to Texas? I just said it already. Move to manufacturing company to manufacturing is no problem. Okay, MD Mahohab. E74 비자에서는 F299 비자 어떻게 변경할 수 있습니까? 가족같이 한국에 살고 있습니다. 가족이 한국에 살고 있든 아니면 해외에 있든 상관없이 E74에서 F299 비자를 변경하려면 E74 비자 가지고 있는 사람이 5년이 지나야 되고요. 예, 5년 사회통합 프로그램 4단계 이수, 그리고 1,500만 원을 세이빙 해야 되고요. 전년도 소득이 18배. 그러니까 최저임금의 18배니까 3,450만 원 이상의 전년도 소득이 있으면 E74 비자에서 F299 비자로 변경할 수 있고, 배우자하고 가족은 F1 비자로 변경할 수 있어요. 근데 아내가 F1 비자에서 F299 비자로 변경을 하려면 제가 유튜브에 올려놨지만 아내가 KIP 스테이지 4를 끝내야 되고요. 그 다음에 마홉 씨가 전년도 소득이 GNI 한 배 4,100만 원 넘어야 되고요. 그리고 세이빙이 1,500만 원에서 3,000만 원까지 가지고 있어야 돼요. 그래서 혼자 하는 경우에는 최저임금의 18배 3,450만 원 소득하고, 그 다음에 세이빙이 1,500만 원이고 사회통합 프로그램 4단계고 E74에서 5년이 지나면 되지만, 아내도 F299로 비자를 변경하려면 아내가 사회통합 프로그램 4단계를 이수해야 되고요. 그리고 현재 프레임 설정을 한번 해봅시다. 프레임 스트리밍 조금 늦다고 하네요. 스트리밍 됐는데 스트리밍 설정을 조금 더 빨리 해야 된다고 하네요. 잠깐만요. 이거 좀 봐볼게요. 스트리밍 속도가 낮다고. 근데 보는 데는 이상 없나요? 스트리밍 속도 오케이. 계속 하겠습니다. 오케이. 또 갑자기 something problems that I deal with. I cannot open. Wait a minute. Facebook Live is not that easy, right? And using cell phone is a very convenient way, and using the web camera is quite complicated right now. Wow. Okay. But I said already it is my first time, and it's a quite complicated. Okay. Anyway, how can I go back? Oh no, just how to open. Okay, how to open. Okay. Oh, come back again. Okay, really sorry about that. Okay. Okay, I tried to go back to. Okay, okay, wait a minute. Wow, it's very complicated for them. Okay. Okay. The really is not convenient for the Facebook and using like a webcam. Not good. Really not good. It's totally different from YouTube, right? So why people like using the YouTube than the Facebook? I really understand that. 오케이. 라힐. 3단계 합격한 후 사회통합 프로그램을 중단하면 E74 계속 연장이 가능합니까? 안 하면 5단계까지 꼭 할 것입니다. 우선 중요한 거는 3단계 합격한 다음에 사회통합 프로그램 중단하게 되면 E74 비자 할 때 52점만 넘으면 되거든요. E74는. 그래서 처음에 비자 변경할 때가 좀 힘들고요. 연장할 때는 52점만 넘으면 됩니다. 그래서 E74 연장할 때 52점이 넘으면 사회통합하지 않으셔도 돼요. 지환바부님, really then 11 possible 33 years 10 months. Okay, there was some of the point chart, and for the E74, I just checked that. So your age is 33 years and 10 months. So 33 years means, yes. So before 34, your birthday, you may get 11 points. 지환바부, okay? Good. You may get 11 points before your birthday is passing. Chandra, I had a KIP 영주증 completion but not 기화영, and I was given only 25 points. I said already, 영주영 and 기화영 can get 25 points for the E74. Okay. Karina Alexandra, I want to ask this a moment. Embassy not giving tourist visa? Oh, it'll be better to visit in the Korean embassy website and checking. It is allowed to apply for the C3. But as far as I know, the C3 visa issuance start from June 1st, 2022. So few days left. So you must ask to Korean embassy in nearby you. 지원바부. So they deduct the vacation period. I'm just talking you, 지원바부. It depends on the officers. But if you visit overseas within 90 days, originally, principally, it cannot be deducted, but depends on the officer. Some officers just deducted. So doing it more like a safest way. Okay, 30 months, just wait 30 days more. And after that, apply for the F5 if you are wishing to. Or anyway, Enella Ayat. I finished my master's degree here in Korea and now I'm in D2 because I'm taking my PhD. Can I change my visa to E7 without? Yes. Without changing to D10. Okay, if you got a master's degree in Korea but you are still the PhD, you can use the master's degree in Korea. So if you got a D2 and you can change E7 without changing D10, no problem. Good. Muhammad Hazrat Ali, 나이가 40세 이상 E74 비자 신청할 수 있습니까? 나이 상관없습니다. 다만 나이가 40이 되면 나이 포인트는 없을 뿐이지 나이가 40이 돼도 E74 비자 신청할 수 있습니다. 신청할 수 있어요. 3번, 4번, 5번, 6번 계속 쓰셨네요. 네. 르네. Good to hear from you, sir. Surely I was just wanting to know exactly if it is possible for those who had a G1 visa before. But actually, I'm not a professional for the G1. But mostly, G1 visa holders, it's very difficult to come back to Korea. Even if you just voluntarily, departed, right? This is what I knew. And ask to Korean embassy and check more details. It is possible to re-enter Korea or not, okay? 지원바부! Too many times. Okay, I have another query. The while of finding a job, and we should find ourselves, yes. Because of the last time, when you have an E9, and you can contact to 외국인 고용지원 center to find the jobs, but E74, you have to find the jobs by your own self. Okay. Muhammad Haji Ali, I already replied you several times. You just made this one. Okay. Sonia Lana Magad, is it true coronavirus holders are not allowed to enter Korea while they are in their home country? Corona visa holder? I cannot understand what you're saying. Corona visa holder. I don't know this. What does it mean? Okay, Abos Cat and Kolbirlov. I remember you were doing a research work. Did you finish your research? Yes, I just already posted it. And for the my master and doing it, I already submitted. I just waiting for the feedback. I just submitted the final my report. Okay, really thank you for the asking this one. Really appreciate that. Okay, Jahid Mohammed. Sir, how someone can change their F3 visa to any working visa? So F3 visa, if I want to E7, you have to meet the E7 requirement. The first one, have to have at least a bachelor's degree and working experience more than 1 year. And just your major and working experience shall be met 65 and 67 professional job in Korea. So, but I'm not sure that your spouse in F3 and which kind of diploma and the working experience your spouse has, but quite difficult, you know that. So if your spouse want to change from F3 visa to E7, shall meet all E71 visa requirement. So further details for the E71 visa requirement, you may visit your Visa in Korea YouTube channel, Visa in Korea 1. Okay, good. 하샤나 라상가 F7 비자에서 F5 비자 변경할 때 필요한 서류는 뭡니까? 우선 필요한 서류가 가장 중요한 게 아니고 중요한 건 requirement, 요건을 맞추는 겁니다. F7에서 F5 비자 변경할 때 3년이 지났거나 아니면은 GNI 2배 소득, 사회통합 프로그램 5단계를 이수해야 됩니다. 한국에서 석사학위를 졸업한 경우에는 졸업한 3년 끝나고 1년 이상 정규직, 그 다음에 GNI 1배 소득이 필요하고요. 필요한 서류들은 134에 문의해 보시면 됩니다. 다만 1345는 아주 간단한 서류만 안내하기 때문에 전문적인 상담을 받으실 경우에는 저희 비전 코리아에 문의를 좀 주시면 좋겠고, 가장 중요한 게 서류는 그 다음 준비하는 거예요. The most important thing, 가장 중요한 거는 requirement을 맞췄느냐, 요건을 맞췄느냐가 중요합니다. 5년 사회통합 프로그램 5단계 이수, GNI 2배 소득 또는 GNI 1배 소득, 석사학위 소지자라면 준비를 하셔야 됩니다. Tatiana Kedru, just want to say thank you for all your effort. You are our guide in complicated visa policies. Thank you, Kedru. Really appreciate it. Your kind messages and give motivation to me. Really appreciate that. Okay. Shaif or Rahman Khan, sir, after done master degree D2-3. Okay. Is it compulsory to do work with related to master degree after graduation? It depends on the situation, but based on the guideline, if your hiring company and needs you, and if they verify it and prove it, why needs you and what you have your possibilities and abilities. If you prove it, can try that. But you must understand that if your major was some history, right? But you are very good. You're very good IT, like some programmers, but you don't have any license or other things. But if you company try to hire you with the IT, the professionals, is difficult. So immigration officer, they cannot match 100% your major to the finding a job, but most important thing is you have to prove that. So officers, the first they just see that your major first, okay? And Jaraka the Sampath and Mandai Yaka. 안녕하세요. F3 비자에서 D2, F3에서는 D2로 변경을 할 수 있습니다. 예, 변경을 할 수 있어요. 다만 F3 비자 가지고 있는 경우에는 한국에서 D2로 비자 변경하지 않고도 학교를 다닐 수 있어요. 다만 아마 제가 볼 때는 F3에서 D2로 바꾸는 이유가 파트타임을 하기 위해서 그런 것 같은데, 저는 D2로 만약에 변경되면 다시 F3로 바꾸기가 쉽지가 않아요. 제가 말씀드렸지만 선택을 할 수 있습니다. F3에서 D2 가능합니다. 써니 라나 마가, 코로나 비자 가지고 있는 분이, 아니 코로나 비자가 뭔지를 모르겠어요. 저는요, 죄송합니다. 코로나 비자가 무슨 말인지 모르겠어요. 안녕하세요. 274 비자 받고 가족관계 몇 명까지 초청할 수 있어요? 가족은 274 비자 받고 초청할 수 있는 가족은 배우자하고 미성년 자녀까지만 가능합니다. 네, 배우자하고 미성년 자녀. 아버지 어머니도 뭐 90일 이내에서는 초청을 할 수도 있지만 장기로 한국에 있을 수는 없고, 오래 한국에 있는 사람들은 배우자하고 미성년 자녀만 F3로 초청할 수 있습니다. Ejaz Ahmed, hello. If someone have 14 years of education, that is a graduation in their home country, is a graduate in Korea or not, and how many points? You must check that this is normal, but 14 years of education is you cannot get 5 points. 5 points only for the graduation of your high school. 14 years too low. Okay, 14 years. I'm sure that you cannot get 5 points. Pinod Paudel, please give inform F299 visa. I just posted on my YouTube channel about the F299 visa, but depends on your situation. So if you have D5, D6, D7, D8, D9, or E1 to E7, right? If you do have it, 5 years, and your 12 times over basic income for the last year, or 18 times of your previous year, right? Basic income, and KIP stage 4, the completion, and your saving is more 15 million won. This is the basic requirement. 거의 both. 274 비자 가족 부부 같이 일할 수 있게 일 못합니다. 네, 일 못합니다. F3 비자는 일 못합니다. Chandra, while changing the company by E74 holder, it has to be of the same category like a furniture to furniture, food company to food company. No. Just they only check that 제조업 to 제조업. It is not important food furniture. It doesn't matter. Only check that. Okay, thank you for your response. Okay, Jahid Mohammed. Okay, thank you. 타라, 안녕하세요 선생님. 안녕하세요 선생님. 안녕하세요. How to convert D2 to E74? D2 visa to E74. Right now there is no specific guideline for that. So D2 visa to E74 it is not available. But I said that maybe like at the end of this year, some of the 16 countries D2 visa holders like D21 and D22 visa holders can change E9 visa. The 5 years later, then you have a chance to change F2 E74. But D2 E74 it is not available. Good information, sir. Druga. We are very thankful. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your very warm message to me. Tatiana Kedu. Does Visa F7 have any advantage to over F6? Not especially, right? Such the F27 to F6 marriage migrant, if it meet the requirement, you can change it. The advantage means just you can change F6 from F27 inside Korea. 안녕하세요 선생님. E74 비자에서 D8 비자 D8 비자 변경이 너무 어려운가요? 올해 상반기에 새로운 비자인 지역 특화형 비자가 나온다고 들었습니다. 지역 특화형 비자에 관련돼서는 특별하게 지금 잘 모르겠습니다. 아마 새로운 정부, 법무부에서 아마 발표가 될 수도 있는데 아직까지 거기에 대해서 구체적인 정보는 없습니다. 정보를 얻게 되면 제가 포스팅 해드리겠습니다. 감사합니다. 샨드라님, After completing 5 years of E9 visa, Korean government had given additional 1 year of visa in 2001, 2002 due to the shortage. Oh, yeah, you can change. If you meet 5 years, you can change E74. 저는 E74 비자로 있습니다. 체류하고 있습니다. 근로계약 만료일은 2000년 6월 30일입니다. 하사님. 아내는 6개월간 비자 받고 입국하고 만료일은 6월 22일입니다. 근무처 변경하려면 어떻게 해야 되나요? 그러니까 6월 30일 날에 근로계약이 만료가 되기 때문에 6월 30, 그러니까 아내는 22일, 좀 개별적으로 연락을 주세요. 이거는 아내가 6월 22일이기 때문에 6월 22일 전에 끝내야 됩니다. 근데 회사 옮긴다는 거는 조금 그럴 것 같네요. 왜냐하면 아내 비자가 6월 22일 날 끝나기 때문에 그 전에 비자를 변경해야 되잖아요. 근데 근로계약이 6월 30일 날 끝난다면 이거는 안 됩니다. 예. 회사 옮기지 마세요. Thank you a lot of answering. Sir, can D23 holder can invite his brother? No. Not available. Okay. Okay. Really appreciate that. It's 11 and 09. So there is no more question, and I'm really sorry about that. I already paused on that. Last question I just received. Lie. So does the traffic signal violation 범칙금? Traffic signal, there is no deduction for F5 and E74. But if you got an accident, but traffic signal violation 7만 원, the 5만 원, no deduction for E74. Okay, good. Okay, see you next Friday. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. The one I started a little bit technical issues is because this is my first time, but next Friday will be more better to operating this live show. And see you next Friday with more valuable information and more detail and the and the immigration and visa, the Q&A time. I really appreciate that and join today's live show. Really appreciate that. And see you next Friday. Bye bye. Bye bye.